Hi, Logan. You're 30 weeks old, and one day today, according to your estimated due date, or your ultrasound puts you a couple days ahead of that. So we have about 7 weeks until you are fully baked and ready to come out. And is it actually recording? Okay. Until you're fully baked and ready to come out. Yesterday we went and got paint for your baby room. We are doing an under the water theme, so it's going to have fish and turtles and octopus and a shark or two in there, and so we're getting it set up. And right now we are debating about your middle name. So we picked out your first name pretty quickly. First name we like is Logan, but for middle names we're still trying to figure that out.
Yeah, so here's my list of candidates. Theodore, Micah, Matthew, Anthony, William, Oliver, Christopher, Gabriel, Philip, Phoenix, Robert, James. And so I think Christy will either have her own candidates or she will strike the first half of my list that she doesn't.
I like Theodore, which would be after your grandpa Akune, or
So that
Robert.
would be Logan Theodore.
Or Robert, which is the middle name of my dad. So your grandpa Evie, you could be named after.
Oh, so Logan, Robert.
So those are my two favorite. Other than that, Michael is my half brother, so we could name you after that.
I think Michael is too generic.
Yeah. Oliver, except for we know too many Olivers.
How many Olivers do you know?
We know Oliver, your friend from Germany. He's very memorable.
Oh.
We can name you after him.
He's very memorable. You hear that, Oliver?
No, Oliver has the apartment that your dad used to live in Germany. He took over it.
Oh,
so,
that Oliver. Okay.
Yes, that's who I think.
I'll let him know that you thought it was memorable.
I know he is, just because of that story.
Alright, so let's strike that.
Okay. Let's see. No, I don't like that Matthew. Anthony is what's Sandra's one son is named. He goes by Andy.
Is that a problem?
No, but something to think about. Christopher, we could say you're named after your mom. And that's the male version of your mom's
Although there's
name.
a billion Christophers.
Yeah. Philip.
Philip.
Yeah.
Is that not a common name here?
No, there's Phil's. One of the cartoons characters that I follow on Facebook, this lady that writes a story about cats. The cat is named Mittens, and the dog is named Phil.
Yeah, okay.
So that's what I think of. Mama will tell you all
Fair
about
enough.
that cat when you're born. You get to hear about the adventures of Mittens and Phil. Let's see here. Phoenix, we could do that.
Logan, Phoenix, Kuna. Phoenix doesn't quite flow. Huh?
Yeah. James, that is your cousin's middle name, Eli James.
Is that a problem?
I don't know. We'd probably have to ask Charles and Ann. They mind.
Because my frenemy Ian James, that's his last name.
Oh.
He might be vain and think it's name.
He'd be like, wait a second.
I don't show any weakness in front of the British.
Mm-hmm. Your dad used to have spoon fights with him at work.
Really?
He posted that on Facebook the one time. So let's see here. Theodore. I would probably go for Theodore or Robert. We could do Anthony. Maybe Oliver. But I really think of your friend Oliver when I think of Oliver.
Yeah. Was I good?
No, it's not bad. It's
Alright,
just,
let's go then.
it's just what comes to mind.
I see.
I like one of the two. Theodore or Robert.
Alright.
That's what I go for.
So does it have to be a Theodore? So the German, the Robert has the advantage that it's a pretty universal name. The Theodore, we write him without the E.
Oh, you do? Without the E on the end? Or the Theodore? I mean, we could do Robert. Robert is also, I think, the name of a king, an English king. Or is
You're
that
probably watching Game of Thrones.
just for the book?
The
Yeah.
Robert Baratheon sense of his name.
Yes. Well, but Logan, the good news is by the time you're old enough to read, all of those books will be out. So you'll get to read them from start to finish.
They're probably out of fashion. But we're not naming him any after particular.
Character. Yeah. That
Right.
that Robert didn't fare so well in the books.
Logan Robert Kuhne. Logan Theodore Kuhne. I kind of like three-syllable middle names.
Theodore. Well, it starts off with 2 syllables, 3, and ends with 2. Logan Theodore Kuhne. I guess I like that. Unless you can think of like a German middle name.
Non-obvious.
Johann. Your grandfather's
You
name.
really want Johann?
Is it common in Germany?
Yeah, very common.
Logan Johann. I'm not sure how well it'd be received in the stateside.
But that wasn't the point. That was more like maybe you want a hint of Germanness in his middle name. His name, I don't know how often middle names get used.
Middle names, so
Imagine in school,
yeah.
the teacher is like,
Logan. when
Logan
you start,
Johann Kuhne.
when you start school, usually your first day of school, they'll call you by your full name. Especially if we happen to pick a popular name, there's multiple Logans. That was usually what my name was called. But no, I like Theodore. Or Leo.
No. Although
So-
he won't be around when he's old enough to. I guess he will be around.
Yeah. So when you're born, you have 2 furry siblings, 2 cats, Jenny and Leo, and I've been telling you about them. So Leo is an orange and white tabby. He's a big tabby, about 14 pounds. And Jenny is a black and white tuxedo. And
You're getting
she's
carried
about
away.
9 pounds. And you probably heard them because they've been purring to you and meowing.
Aww.
Jenny lays on my belly and purrs.
Aww.
So,
That's so sweet.
She just,
Alright, so
yeah.
do you want a Logan Johann or a Logan Theodore or a Logan, what was the other? Robert? I think Logan Johann would be kind of cool.
That is a nice name.
Do you want me to write it down for you?
L-Y-K. We have to check the middle, the initials to
Alright.
see if they mean anything.
Oh, it has a J.
It's a J?
Yeah.
Oh. Logan Johann Kuhne.
And 2 N.
2 N's. Okay. I'm picturing it as Y-O-L-A-N-N.
Where's my
There you go. You have your dad. I thought your mom was your dad's name. Yeah, come on. It's not the same. I thought it was the same.
And I think the top choice would be more interesting.
Yeah, the Johann. That's pretty. So it'd be LJK. Can you think of anything weird about the initial? So this is where you have to go through when picking out a name. You have to think about every way that it can be construed as something appropriate for high school age kids.
We can do a legal review and see if
Yeah.
LCA signs up on the name.
Logan Johann.
What do you think the first grade teacher will stumble over with?
If I was to read it, I'd probably say Johann.
That's close enough.
Johann.
They'll stumble over the last name anyways.
Yeah. Unfortunately, everyone thinks our last name is weird. So,
Maybe we should use this opportunity to name ourselves.
oh. No, if we're renaming it, we're adding accents.
Okay.
Instead.
Have we decided?
So, Logan Johann. That's how you. So, how do you spell your dad's name?
Jochen.
Johann.
No, I'm not expecting you to be able to pronounce it, but you can hear it from me. Johann. Jochen.
Ja.
Johann?
Jo.
Jochen.
Johann.
I'm not trying to teach you, I'm trying to, pronounce the difference.
It's a spell different.
But I don't want to burden him with a Jochen because that's like a sound that no American will be able to produce.
Yeah. Logan Johann. Baby.
Alright.
So 7 more weeks.
Sure,
So
baby.
Yeah. So this is you, Logan. You are in here right now, and I can't feel you moving right now, but you move a lot. You do slow pushes, slow kicks, and then every so often you do some